I used to herd cows. Like actually, like I used to like herd cows to the point like where like I used to watch them like eat grass and shit. Like I used to just chill there. Like
Driving through the night with my hands to my steering wheel. Lost up in my thoughts, but it's fine, I'm still seeing clear. Tears be in my eyes, but they're dry, I can't look.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sobi again, and today I got a story time for you guys about what it was like living in Ethiopia. And I'm gonna get straight into this right now. A lot of people think I'm just black, like I'm like African American, just because I talk like without an accent most of the time. My accent comes out only like when like I'm like mad, like sad, happy, whatever it is. Like if I'm like overwhelmed with like one type of emotion, that's the only time like my accent will come out. But other than that, you just think I'm just like this black dude. That's it. But yeah, I'm from Ethiopia. I lived in Ethiopia like 11 years of my life before I moved here, and I'm gonna tell you guys what it was like. So I don't even know where to start, but like it was a huge difference. Like back in Ethiopia, I lived in a small agricultural town, so it was like super small to the point where like everybody knew everybody. Like there was like multiple towns, right? But like the two towns like that were so there was my town and then there was a town like up the hill, and those two towns, they kind of like knew each other. Like they knew, like we all just knew each other. Like it was no there was no strangers. Like if I saw some like new face, like I'll be confused. I'm like, oh, who is that? Like that's weird. I've never seen him before. I've never talked to him before. It's like weird, you know. But yeah, other than that, what else? There's so much to say, but it's like I'm having trouble coming up with it right now. It's like I'm put on the spot. But so back there, what I used to do, I used to herd cows. Yeah, let that sink in. I used to herd cows. Like actually, like I used to like herd cows to the point like where like I used to watch them like eat grass and shit. Like I used to just chill there. Like I don't know, like I used to play soccer while I did that. And I just take them like to the water. Like I used to like walk them like a mile away. I'm just like herding these cows. I'm right behind them. I don't remember what I had. I think I had like a stick or some type of thing like to just like if the cows were like you know, like getting out of line or whatever, I'd have to like slap them or whatever and then like get them back into this like group as they're walking to this water. And I go over there, like let them drink like their daily water, and then I bring them back. And sometimes I used to be able to like ride like a horse or two, because the horses would also be having to be in that pack, like I said, take them to drink that water, you know. So like I'd hop on one of the horses, but they're some of them are wild horses, you know, mules and horses actually. And like I wouldn't be able to hop on like any horse, you know, so I had to like kind of like pick and choose like exactly which horse I'm gonna get on. And like I'm gonna usually hop on like the most like, I don't know, the most respectful horse, because some of them will throw you off, you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to get thrown off, so I get on, and then like I'd have that one horse like behind with me, like as I ride that horse, like, and then I'd have to like control, you know, like make him go left or right with like the hair on the horses have like the hair on the back of the neck, right? And I'd have that stick on me, and I'm just like, yeah, like it's like there's just the horse is just walking, you know, like right behind all the cows. And yeah, take them to that water, get that water, and then yeah, bring them right back. Other than that, what I used to do, like when I, like for fun, is like soccer. Soccer was like literally like the best thing. That's like the best thing that like we potentially did, like other than like climbing trees. I used to climb trees a lot, bro. It's just, I found it so fun. Like I'd find skinny trees. I can still do it to this day. Like I could grab on like a skinny tree and just go up like super fast too. But that was just like something I used to do for fun. Soccer though, like although like it was a fun sport, you know, but we didn't have soccer balls, you know, like because it was an agricultural town, so we kind of had to make do with what we had. We used to I don't even know what this like, I don't know what to call it. It's like a tree plant, whatever. It was big, and we used to like take like pieces of it and then like weave it into like a soccer ball. And you have to make it like, you can't make it too tight, because or else the soccer ball will be too hard, you know, and you can't, when you hit it, it'll feel like a goddamn rock, you know. So you don't want it to be like that. So you have to like wrap it like a certain like texture, and I got good at it over time. And then like after that, like you take strings from that same material, and then like you kind of like weave. It's like as if like you were knitting it, you know, like you put it together, and then after that, like yeah, you just use it. I used to make so many just to make them. Like I got like I got good at it to the point where I was just like making soccer balls just to make soccer balls, and then like, yeah, use them. We used them until like they broke apart, you know, because it was material. Like it wasn't like a regular soccer ball where you can use for forever. You can use it for a certain amount of time, and then you have to make a new one. Because sometimes like you kick it really hard and then it'll break apart and then it's over. That's it. That's the life of that soccer ball. Now you gotta make a whole new soccer ball, play with that soccer ball until it breaks, and then boom, repeated over and over again. And then actually there was times where like people from the city or whatever, like, or like our family members, you know, like our distant family members, like will bring like a soccer ball to like during the holidays or something, and like we'll be using that soccer ball. But there's like a lot of like pine, like there's like a lot of sharp objects, you know, because there's trees and all that. So like what do you call those things? Pine, like the pine needles. Like we'd like kick it super hard and then it goes to the pine needles and we bring it back and then the ball is flat, bruh. It was literally the most like, it was sad. It was so depressing to have the one soccer ball that you finally had. It was like so special to us. We're like, yo, like we're like, I don't know, because we were like, everybody was so just good at soccer because that's literally what everybody did with their free time. So like we're all like dribbling, you know, like weaving back and forth, just playing games like every single day, like scrimmages every single day. It was super fun. But yeah, so that like popping a soccer ball, like a real soccer ball, depressing, bro. Like literally so depressing. I get so like, oh, I get so sad. Everybody gets so sad, you know, because then we have to go back to like the regular soccer balls, you know. Those weren't as good. Other than that, I think I touched on climbing trees, but yeah, trees. For some odd reason, we just climb like trees. But I mean, what else are you supposed to do? We don't have no bowling alleys, we don't have no movie theaters, you know. So we just, you know, had to make do with what we could. Most of the time, I kicked it. Like I have two best friends. One of them was like a fan. I don't know if you guys have this, but like a family like will take you to another family, and then they're like, yo, you guys are best friends, blah blah blah. So like you end up like kicking it with this dude for like whatever, just because you feel like he is your best friend, because they're telling you he's your best friend. And then yeah, I had that best friend. I also had the best friend that was my chosen best friend, you know. And then I used to kick it with him like the most. We used to like literally always. You cannot catch me and him apart. Like if I was outside the house, if I was doing anything, he'd always be there. It was just chill dude. To be honest with you, what's kind of fucked up is I forgot his name, bro. Cause like it's been like, hasn't even been that long since I left. It's been what, like 8 or 9 years since I left Ethiopia. More like, I think 8 or 9 years since I left Ethiopia, but it's been like 10 or 11 years since I left my best friend and like my hometown. Cause yeah, I'll get into all that like when I'm like telling you guys about how it was like moving to America. That's gonna be on the next story time. But yeah, I'm gonna touch on that. Other than that, like food, for example, like we didn't have no restaurants, you know. There was no McDonald's, no Burger Kings. So as you can imagine, there was agriculture, so like everybody grew their own food. And there was like markets though, of course, like in the city, like the nearest city to us, we'd have to walk over there either to sell or to buy something. Like the only thing we ever really bought is like bananas. For some reason, that was like the only thing that we ever went to market for. Like a lot of people, I don't know, like a lot of people in different places had like better bananas than us, so we had to go to the market. The market was fucking dope, bro, because it's literally like a setup. Like you go to this big field. It's usually, when there's no market, it's like, I think like every Wednesday or something like that there's a market. But when there's no market, it's just a big field. But when you go there, it's like setups everywhere. It's like little, like, it's not in a tent or nothing. It's like a little, like, people will have like multiple tables. Like one person will have multiple tables with multiple items on it. And I was just chilling there, and you just go up there, you know, get money, and then get what you want. But yeah, like the only thing we ever went to market for was for those bananas, which were really, 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 really fucking good. So it was worth it. It was worth the trip. It's like, yeah. And actually, yeah, now that I'm talking about going to the city, the scariest thing about going to the city is like coming back too late. You never, ever, ever want to come back too late. I mean, like when it's getting dark, because there's hyenas. So you have to make sure if you ever go to the city, because like you have to walk through this like little forest thing, you know. like dead ass. You have to walk through it, and then there's like it was kind of scary actually. Like just thinking about it now, it was like a whole quest, like walking from like my town to the city, right? So there's right in between there's like a water thing first. You gotta cross like this like tiny ass bridge that like shakes at you. It kind of sounds like a goddamn movie, but you have to walk this bridge. It was just normal first though, and then there was also on your way down to the city, there is this like little hill. It was like a scary hill though, like that you have to climb down, which also when you're coming back you have to climb up. So that shit was not fun. So anyways, when you're coming back down at night though, like you gotta make sure like you got like a flashlight on you. For some reason that was like the best weapon that we had against hyenas. For some reason hyenas were scared of flashlights. I've never like been like encountered with a hyena, but that's what we've always heard, is if you have a flashlight and you point it at the hyena, they'll be scared. Or either like you just point it and they just keep walking because I don't know, they don't approach you or some shit, some other shit that they told us. But yeah, that was like the main thing. Like when you go to the city, you gotta make sure, bro, come back on time or you're not coming back at all. Cause them hyenas, bro, we knew they existed, although I never like had to see one in person. Holes, bro, everywhere. They dig holes, and wolves too. There's wolves and hyenas. They dig holes literally everywhere. Like you just be walking during daytime. We actually kind of used to go like exploring, like on holes. You're fucking stupid, Loki. Like I don't know where the fuck these hyenas went during the daytime, but like during the daytime when we were just like searching holes, like we'd go, like it's a deep ass hole, and we'd go in it trying to find the fucking hyena. Like I don't know what the hell we thought was gonna happen once we found it, but for some reason we just like go in that hole and then try to find the hyena. Damn, it's 11 minutes. Okay, so there's probably a lot more I could talk to you guys about, like the food there. The food was just amazing. I think that was like my favorite part of the culture, was the food. I still to this day go to Ethiopian restaurants and eat it. If you guys have not had Ethiopian food, I recommend that you guys try it. It's so good. It's so amazing. So the main like thing that we eat, there's injera. Injera is kind of like a tortilla. It's made out of a grain that's only in Ethiopia. It's called I forgot what it's called. Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. But the grain, it's like really, it's like, it looks like rice. That's what the grain looks like. Anyways, that's the thing that they use for it's the grain they use to make injera. And injera is literally what we use with everything. Literally, it's like the same way like Mexicans make burritos, or like use tacos or whatever. It's like the backbone to everything that we had. If you had something, you're gonna have it with injera. You feel me? And you also like you eat it with people too most of the time. Sometimes you eat it by yourself, but it was like customary to have like a big table, like a round table, and then multiple people sitting around it, and then a big dish with injera in the middle, and then multiple things on top of the injera. You tear off a piece of the injera just like this, and then you wrap it up kind of like a small tiny burrito, like enough for one bite, and you put it in your mouth. Whichever, you could like mix like ingredients, so you go boom 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 boom, like grab the pieces of the food, and then you know you eat it. But yeah, man, that's still to this day, like nothing has been able to like beat Ethiopian food for me, just because I've ate it like I think all my life, and also like being able to like kind of like eat like good Ethiopian food nowadays, like having the money to do so, it's kind of nice. I just sometimes like I'll like make the trip. It's like 30 minutes to Star Coffee restaurant. The nearest one is Star Coffee restaurant. It's in SeaTac. You guys should check it out if you guys live near SeaTac. But yeah, I go over there, grab like multiple like dishes, and then I bring it back. I eat it for like 1 or 2 days. That's so good. It's so good. You guys can't even imagine, man. It's flavorful, it's tasty, it's spicy, and it's just the flavor is just so delicious, and it's always filling. Like I've never like ate Ethiopian food and not been full. It's just, it doesn't work like that. And also it's never like, it's not fattening neither. It's healthy. That's the good thing. And that grain that I told you guys about, the grain that you make injera with, it's like the least fattening grain apparently like inside the whole world. I didn't even know this, but apparently scientists are like researching into it, like what the ingredients are in it, that you can eat so much but you can never get fat from it. So yeah, it's kind of cool. there's a lot more that I think I probably want to say to you guys, but the video is getting pretty long, so I think I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you for watching, and I also have a story time coming up talking about coming to America, just like the movie. And I'm gonna discuss with you guys what it was like not knowing the language or nothing when I first came here, not knowing the culture, what it was gonna be like at all. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.